Hey guys! So this morning when I woke up, I felt like I had been hit by a truck. I'm not gonna lie, it was bad. Getting out of bed was really slow because I didn't want to make myself dizzy. I didn't want to make the blood rush from my head, so I got out really slowly. When I was straightening my hair this morning, yeah, it sent my heart rate up to 80, which is just a few points, like 14 points away from like my cardio. My arms felt really heavy. Yeah. So, yeah, I measured my glucose, my fasting glucose, and it was at 2.9. Yeah, which is quite low. But I'm determined to make the most of it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this day. So what I did is one of the things I learned from my 9-day fast, like a new revelation I had, was it's going to sound really obvious, but there's a saying: "Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things shall be added unto you." And we all know it, and it's like, yeah, okay. But apparently, when it says "seek ye first," it refers to like the first part of a day or the first part of something. And so I decided the first part of my day from now on, and I've been practicing this for a while, is to spend some time with God, pray, worship, whatever, journal, whatever. And it's made a huge difference in my life. My days are so much better. Yeah, it's all great. It's so much more positive. So today I put on my Hillsong music and I was like, it is an effort just trying to sing. But I did it. And yeah, it was good. It did make an impact. Not on my energy levels, but at least it helped me feel more positive and less frustrated and angry like I have been the last few days. So that helped. And then after that, because I was so tired and lethargic, I was like, right, I'm just going to put on Jensen Franklin. And on YouTube, on the sidebar, you've got like different videos you can click on. And there was one that I saw yesterday um, that was called Being Passed By. And today I was like, all right, I'm going to click on this because I'm curious. Because many times in my life I feel like opportunities have gone to somebody else who could, I don't know, who had sunglasses that were nicer than mine or whatever. Like when somebody else gets an opportunity, not based on merit, and you feel like you've been working for something really hard, and then somebody fresh comes in and just gets that promotion that you want, or whatever it is in life. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. And there have been many instances in my life where that's happened. So I'm like, I'm going to click on this video and I'm curious to see what it says. And boy, it was amazing. I loved it, actually. I listened through pretty much the entire message in one go, and it was so amazing. I ended up doing amazing praise and worship after that. And in about 2 hours, nearly 2 hours worth of just like real good quality time with God, and just sorting out little things in my heart, and in a really good way. And after that, I felt so much better. I took another glucose test, and my fasting glucose rose to 4.2. So that's great because this is day 5, and when I did my 9-day fast, it took me approximately 7 days for my blood glucose to increase to a level where I felt like I could function again. So it's day 5 now, and I'm feeling that way. So that's optimistic. That's positive. Yeah, that session was really amazing. I am doing this fast. This is first and foremost for me a spiritual fast, because there is stuff in my heart that you start resenting God for. Is like, this is not fair, and yeah, I had too much of that stuff for my liking, and I was like, enough. God, let's do this. I have high expectations. I know you want me to have high expectations, and so far it's just been amazing. My 9-day fast was absolutely incredible. I was depressed after my nightmare neighbor, who gave me intense sleep deprivation for 5 months that caused me to gain 5 kilograms and caused my resting heart rate to jump by 17 BPM. It was really, really bad. It was hell on earth. I tried everything. I had earplugs. I'm not going to go into detail. Just trust me, it was hell. So within those 9 days, my resting heart rate shot back down to normal, 54, which is like the top end of my healthy normal range, within 9 days of fasting. And from being absolutely depressed and miserable, I became more joyful again. I had many revelations. I felt like I was coming alive. And then I broke my fast because I just wanted to eat after 9 days. So I ate for 2 days, and now I'm starting a proper fast. So with this fast, the focus for me is spiritual. So my priority every day is, with the time I have, to focus on praying and dealing with the luggage that we all accumulate in life. Because I don't like luggage. I'm a very light traveller. I like to take a cabin bag with me when I travel, and that's it. So today was day 5, and as I promised, I would be syncing my Fitbit, and I did sync my Fitbit, and my resting heart rate from 54, and then that was 54 at the end of my 9-day fast, and then I ate for 2 days, and then it went down even further to 53, which I didn't expect. I thought, after eating again it might go up, but, long-term effects of fasting, it still went down to 53. So now on day 5 of this fast, I've synced it again, and it's gone down 1 point again, down to 52, which is great. This is my normal resting heart rate before my nightmare neighbor moved in. And I have lost approximately 1 kilogram, just over 1 kilogram, 1.4. And in my 9-day fast, I lost approximately 2 kilograms. So I am less than 2 kilograms away from where I was before my nightmare neighbor moved in. It doesn't feel that way. I think some of it's muscle though, because my cheeks don't look as slim as they did, bearing in mind I'm only about 2 kilograms away. Like, I used to have really, really slim cheeks, and I used to be really toned, and I don't feel so toned at the moment. So I think some of it's muscle, unfortunately. After all the stress of the 5 months, because I wasn't able to exercise much because I was so stressed out during those 5 months, that I stopped running because I'm an athlete. And because it just felt like it was too much. Like, I already had enough cortisol going on in my body, and if I started running, it didn't feel like the smart thing to do. So I followed my instinct and I stopped exercising, and I just tried to relax as much as I could. So I haven't been running for months, and I know that when I start running again, I'll end up putting on a little bit of weight in terms of the number on the scale, because I'll be increasing some of my muscle again. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, yesterday I was really craving salt, and I forgot to mention that, so I had like 2 dashes of salt. The only supplements I'm taking is vitamin D and calcium, with magnesium and boron and vitamin C in the evening, because when I did my 9-day fast, I noticed that my lower back started getting uncomfortable, which to me is a hard and fast 100% sign that I need more calcium. Whenever I take calcium, my back clears up straight away. And so ever since then, I've been taking like 3 grams of my calcium supplement, which is just under 500 milligrams of calcium. And I do this in the evening, and I take it with a little bit of vitamin D, because it is cloudy a lot. Today was a sunny day, but in Europe it's pretty cloudy at the moment all the time, and getting enough vitamin D is pretty hit and miss, especially because it's autumn now. And even though it's autumn and there are leaves everywhere, it was 25 degrees today. Talk about bonkers weather. So next thing, sleep. My sleep has been amazing since I started my fast. I'm going to tell you exactly. So Fitbit tells you how much you've been sleeping, and it also calculates it, so it gets rid of all the moments that you woke up in the night, so it tells you your actual final number of sleep. So on day 1, I got 8.5 hours. Day 2, I got 9 hours 4 minutes. Day 3, 8 hours 5 minutes. Day 4, 9 hours 34 minutes. And last night I got 9 hours and 42 minutes, which is absolutely amazing. I feel so much better. I'm like making up all the sleep deprivation, like the bags under my eyes are slowly disappearing. I know you can't really see them in this camera, but yeah. But yeah, in real life, you can see bags under my eyes. They are getting better day by day. I feel more alert. You know what? I feel alive. I feel I am ready to eat. I am so ready to eat. I am hungry, people. My energy is back. My glucose. I've just taken, before I started this video, I took another glucose test, and it was at 4.1. And I've just come back from a walk as well, which was about 40 minutes, and I did a bit of tanning. So this afternoon at around 2 o'clock, it was 4.2, and about now 5 o'clock, it was 4.1. And that's normal because at the end of the day, it does sort of get a little bit lower. But yeah, so I feel full of energy and I am hungry. I am definitely hungry. Whoever said you don't get hungry anymore so much after day 3 was lying, because in my 9-day fast, I was hungry every single day. Like, is it just me? Does nobody else get hungry? I don't know, maybe it's because I'm so fit and healthy already. I've already had so much autophagy, which is when, the body clears out old cells and old junk that's just sitting in you and makes room for new stuff. I wonder, because I've been intermittent fasting for 2 years and because I've already had so much autophagy, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm hungry because it's not so pertinent for me to fast as much. I'm still going to fast anyway because it's still really good for your body. And as we can tell by my stats and by the way that the way I feel is improving, it obviously fasting is relevant to me right now because it is helping, it is making a massive difference. So I am going to keep going. If hunger is the only thing that I'm really suffering from at the moment, then I think I can stick it up for a little while longer. And also I like to comfort eat, and that's also one of the reasons why I'm fasting and why I've made it a spiritual fast, is because I really want to focus on this bad habit where you eat just because you fancy the taste of something. Like after I've eaten a meal and I don't necessarily feel like having dessert, but you have dessert anyway because you just want to eat more. Like, that's stupid. I don't like this habit. It makes me feel bad about myself because it makes me put on a little bit of weight, and it makes me feel more sluggish the next day if I eat too much, because that's what it ultimately leads to when I comfort eat. I end up eating more than I need to, and it affects me the next day because instead of waking up feeling alert and fasting and ready to go, I feel like I haven't had a chance. I haven't given myself a long enough window of like no eating. I love intermittent fasting because I love that long time period. Like at the end of the 16 hours, I feel ready, alert. I feel like ready to eat. I feel proper hungry. Whereas if I eat too much the night before, or I don't have that 16-hour window, like I'm not hungry. I'm just not hungry. And I don't like waking up in the morning and feeling like I'm not hungry. I want to wake up feeling hungry because that's when I love doing exercise, and it feels so good going for a run when you're intermittent fasting. When I come back from my run, I feel so alive. I feel so alert. I feel so ready for breakfast. I enjoy my breakfast and I have no qualms about it, and I keep going for the rest of the day for my second meal because I love eating 2 meals a day. I've been doing this for 2 years now, and I am absolutely in love with it. I get stressed out at the thought of eating 3 meals. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Who can do that? Yeah, I'm just one of those crazy people who just loves health and fitness, and has been transformed by the power of intermittent fasting, has come alive through the power of intermittent fasting. So I'd eat normally breakfast at around 11:30, and then I'd eat dinner at around 5 o'clock. Finishing, I wouldn't eat after 6 p.m. 6 p.m. is like my cutoff time, and I'd always I know they say you shouldn't eat 4 hours before bed. For me, for some reason, 5 hours, 6 hours is, even better. 5 hours is probably about the sweet. 5.5 hours is what I feel really great at. Waking up the next morning feeling really alert, jumping out of bed, going about my day. Yeah. So that's me in a nutshell. As you can tell, I'm a lot more energetic, I'm a lot more alive and joyful, and my skin is feeling softer, almost as though I'm eating collagen every day. And I'm not eating collagen because I'm obviously fasting. But yeah, it's really nice and soft. I have a few scars from acne, adult acne that I had. My skin's cleared up a lot in the last 2 years, thanks to intermittent fasting. But there's still a few scars left over, like red marks where I had it, and it's just left a little red mark. And with time it gets better, and with red light therapy, all of that is improving. But it will be interesting to see how much faster, how the healing is accelerated thanks to fasting. My skin already feels so much softer, which is wonderful. All good news. Apart from the fact that I'm just hungry. I am really hungry. I really want to eat. So we'll see how it is tomorrow, day 6. Hopefully I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow like I did today. Oh my gosh, feeling hit like a truck. Hopefully I'm now proper into, I'm a little bit more fat burning adapted, and my body's getting used to ketones. Still got bowel movements every day. Let me warn you, if you don't like gross things, block your ears. But bowel movements every day, which is normal. And in my calcium, I've got a little bit of magnesium oxide. It's mostly magnesium citrate, but there's a bit of the oxide in it. And I know magnesium oxide is good for helping cleanse out your colon. Now, I don't have nearly enough as you would get in a normal supplement specifically designed for cleansing your colon. It's a really small amount, but I suspect with drinking fluids and all of that, that's helping clear out the colon, which is really good, because you don't want to be sitting around for 40 days with leftover food in your intestines. But I am warning you that from about day 3 onwards, it does get watery, because it's no longer a proper bowel movement. It's just leftover whatever your body hasn't been able to get rid of it. And in the first few days, it's usually stuff that has been sitting there for quite a while, so it's usually quite sludgy. Like I said, if you don't like gross things, block your ears. But it clears up after a while. Mine is just watery at the moment. There's really not much going on. It's pretty clean. There's really not much going on at the moment. So what else to say? What else to update you on? Resting heart rate, Fitbit. During the night, the lowest my heart rate has gone to is 40, and that's consistent over the last 5 days, which is not the lowest it's been. The lowest it's been is 38. And 39. However, at the moment it seems to be just stuck on 40 during the night. It doesn't seem to go much lower than that. I suspect now that I'm getting more fat adapted, and my fasting glucose is starting to rise to a normal productive level, I wonder if tonight it might start going lower again to 39, 38, but we shall see. I will try to hold out and not sync my Fitbit again until day 10, but I don't know if I can do that because I just love looking at the results. Yeah, even though this is a spiritual fast, I can't help but, watch how my health is improving and love how it's going back to normal. Um, yeah, it's just losing the weight now that my nightmare neighbor made me put on through intense sleep deprivation. But I'm more than halfway through, it seems. Even though it doesn't look like it. I used to look like, I used to look really skinny, but now, I still got, I think it was some of its muscle, unfortunately. But that's okay, because I know when I start eating again and therefore exercising again, I know that all my muscle will bounce straight back. So I'm not too worried about that. Okay, I will chill out for the rest of the day. It's 5:18. I've been studying, as I said, spending a lot of time with God, going on a walk today. And so now I think I'm going to go and relax and carry on watching my K-drama. For those of you who watch K-dramas, I am loving Flower of Evil at the moment, but all the episodes haven't been released yet, so like every week I'm just looking forward to, which is really weird. I've never enjoyed a K-drama so much as to wait for each episode to come out. Normally I wait for a whole series to finish, and then I, watch however many episodes as I want at a time, whether that's 1 or 2 or 3 at a time and then breaking. But no, with Flower of Evil, I'm really loving it. But in the meantime, I'm watching other K-dramas in the meantime, and not reading too much. Normally I would be learning kanji as well, which is the Japanese writing system, but I decided after everything I've been through this year, I'm just going to give myself a little bit of a holiday. So I'm just relaxing at the moment and enjoying life and going out for walks. I love autumn. I grew up in South Africa. Winter is my favourite season in South Africa because it's crystal clear skies and the grass goes brown and the dew frosts over in the morning, so it's crunchy and it's just absolutely beautiful. You've got those horsetail clouds up high in the sky. It's absolutely magnificent. I miss South Africa a lot. But here in Europe, my favourite season is autumn instead, because winter here is pretty miserable. It's just rainy and wet, whereas autumn is more sunny. It's not so freezing. The leaves are falling around everywhere. It's just really picturesque, especially when the sun is shining constantly like it is at the moment. So feel free to let me know what your favourite seasons are, in what part of the world you're in. I'll be checking out the comments anyway. Apart from that, sleep well. I hope I sleep well, although it's looking like I will, and it makes me so happy. Bye bye, people.